Fryer Guy here. Today we've got another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to replace the old N7 Watlow controllers with the new CC10 Reto-Kit controllers on a Giles fryer. In particular, this is the GE F720 ventless hood. Now, a couple of things before we get started is that you got to make sure that this fryer has the new style transformer on it. You cannot use an old style transformer. Alright, so make sure that's there. The kit that I'm going to be installing does not come with the transformer. Now, the kit comes with everything. A new panel, drip tray, panel thing. Comes with silicone, a drill bit with a thread on there so you can drill and tap at the same time. Screws. Should come with wiring, connectors, everything. Literally everything. You know, the lights, the on-off switch. So, now, why am I replacing this? Is because the original controller on this unit, most of the display is unreadable, like the LEDs are out, and the menu portion looks like a bunch of alien words and letters or whatever. So, unfortunately, they need a whole new keypad and display deal and controller because they no longer make just these, so you got to install the new Retro. So now this tends to be a bit of a long job, so if you've never done it before, calculate about 4 to 5 hours to do this as a first time kind of thing. Afterwards it will become easier and it should not take as long. So with that, let's get to the store, we'll get inside and get to work. Alright, so I dropped the controller. So first thing I'm going to do is I take pictures of everything where the wiring goes, to include where it goes on the switches. Probably going to change those terminals out. Where it goes up on this board, and on the lights. They're all broken, as you can see. So I'm going to remove all the wiring, take it completely off. I'm going to take off this gasket here. I'm going to scrape it clean because the new Retro controller, we got to drill some holes and all that stuff. I'm going to show you all that here when I get all of this off. Alright, so it's been cleaned off pretty well. Gotta take these screws out, and then we're gonna put this panel on. Just a little tip. Behind these screws, there's a nut, like a 1/4 inch or 8mm nut. I just used a pair of pliers to take those off. Alright, behind these screw holes, you have this bracket here. You take those off. Alright, next, you gotta try to get this underneath this lip here. And you'll get it all the way in. That's the next step, and we're not gonna lie, that's a challenge. So I'm gonna do that now. You might need a mallet to beat it in place. Alright, so the trick here is get a flathead underneath the step and pry up a little bit, or pry back, and then put this corner in, slide it in, and then get a mallet and you tap it in over, and then you can slide the rest up. Alright, it's in place. Holes are lined up. This side didn't want to go in completely, so while it was already knocked away over, mostly in, so we got a flathead right in here, pry it back just enough and tapped it in with the mallet for it to go in all the way. Alright, next is to kind of tape it or line it up so you know where the holes are at. Mark it, because next we got to drill. Now I'm going to do that first and I'll explain it to you in a minute. Tap drill, and then you put the screws in. Before you do that though, make sure you put a layer of silicone on the inside behind the panel, and then whatever oozes out, just kind of make nice and neat, because we want to try to, you can see the silicone right there a little bit, we want to try to keep it as watertight as possible. You know, you're supposed to try to put it underneath this lip as well. Now it goes up in here, but I just can't, it just scraped all of it off. Alright, so after that now, next step is to actually put these screws here are the small little ones they give you. It's like a 11575, I think is the part number on the kit. So that's what that is. Just get it good and tight. Done with that. Next, time to put the actual control panel in place. Alright, make sure you run a bead of silicone across the top here. And then also, I did it on the underside here. You know, I know there's big gaping holes there, but just a little extra, you know, doesn't hurt anything. Alright, now time to actually put the control panel on. Alright, wiring up the power switch. If you can change the terminals, go for it, especially if they're ugly. So here's what it is. I put the black on the right, and that's the one that goes down to from the hole here, which goes usually to the back from the either terminal block side or the contactor. So the same thing with the red here. And then the next black wire that goes up to this relay. If you don't have the relay, then it might just be jumped over to here. And the same with the red that goes up to the relay, jumped over there. Next, we're going to go ahead and then wire up the power switch. Alright, selector switch. White wire, red wire, purple and white wire. Now I'm just about out of connectors, so when I go to do these ones here, I'm not going to really be able to replace many of the connectors on these, but they should still be alright. But the next step is going to be, I'm going to do the lights, and then I'll show you how to wire up this bad boy. Alright, so you might not have these long ones, you might have the new small little LED lights. The wiring is pretty simple. The green is red and black. The amber is going to be like this brown tan thing. And then a blue wire might look like, I think it's like blue and white. So yeah, blue and white. And then the red light, it's again another brown wire, which if you're confused about where it goes, it actually runs right up to the high limit. And then you got your red wire, and that goes right to terminal block. So if your wiring, if you disconnect all the wirings and don't leave it connected, do something to mark them, like I did with these ones over here, because you got different reds and stuff. Like these two here, I just kind of tied together. These two I left loose. All three of these I tied together. And these ones here is what I would do too. I would just tie them each together so I know which pair goes with which. All right, now time for this. So I'm going to go ahead and get this wired up real quick, and then I'll walk you through the next step. All right, so element wires go in these first two here if you have element wire, an element probe. So it goes here and here. If you don't have an element probe, then you got to put a little jumper wire between these two terminals. Now if you're not sure which is which, and you have your old board still, if you're to look on your board here, the element wires would be here, or probe would be here and here, and this would be your high limits. So element wires go here, and that is going to be white to the right and red is to the left. Alright, next one. Alright, now I didn't mean to say high limit, but your temperature probe is here, and it goes into these next two positions here. So you got temperature probe goes here and here. So this is your white and red. If I can get this to focus, that would be fantastic. So your white and red, white, red. That's your temperature probe. This is your element probe. So no element probe, make sure you jump. And the next thing we got to do is right here and here, we got to jump. So I got to put a jumper wire here. So I got to make a jumper wire. I'm going to put it right here, so that way that will be done. Okay, just a little side note. This jumper here you may not need. You can remove it and you can go in the controller and turn it off. We're still going to do that, but I jumped it just in case, because per Giles sometimes you may have to. Now my kit was missing the wiring in this little 5-pole connector, so I had to kind of rig it up. So I'm going to show you guys what it is. So first off, terminal number 8 over here is going to be your blue and white. Terminal 7 should be a blue wire. I put a black. Terminal number 6 is your yellow wire. 5 should be blue, but I'm using black. 4 is orange. And then 3 should be blue. And then over here, you should use a blue wire on terminal number, that's like 2 or 4, whichever it is. Or sorry, 2 or 3. I don't remember how they have it wired. And then your white wire, this is your speaker wire. So this wire goes all the way to the speaker on that side. All these jumper wires on 2, 4, or sorry, 3, 5, and 7 go to the one loose blue wire, and you put it all in that 5-pin connector here. I just wired it together, and that should be how that's done. So next, I'm gonna don't forget to connect ground All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and get the controller set up. Okay, once you turn it on, it's gonna ask you for select left or right for your program that you use for whoever you're gonna be doing with, like Chester Fry or something like that. Select who it's supposed to be. Once that's done, this will pop up. Push and hold clock button, passcode 7001, enter, then you get 2750, start, left or right key, and you're just going to keep switching off until you go to number 8, and right here, then you push your 8 button to turn it on and off. Push that to turn it off. Once you get it turned off, you hit your edit to save. Once it saves, you hit clear to exit, and then you have to turn the unit off and back on again. Then you just heat it up and test everything else out. Well, there you have it, guys. That's how you replace or do the new retro controllers on a Giles fryer. Now, this is like I said in the introduction, this is a ventless hood one, so there's no hood involved in this one. Now, just a couple little things here. Normally, your Reto-Kit will come with everything that you'll need to do, minus like the transformer and stuff like that. But like for the drip pan or piece that goes over the top, tablet, the controller, it's supposed to come with the connectors, the wires, and all that stuff. Obviously, mine didn't come with a little connector deal. Now I wire nutted, and that's fine. You can also, instead of doing what I did, wire nut, you can jump them like you did in the old style controller. That works fine too. But I just ran new wire and wire nut as well. So, but with that, guys, hopefully you found this video helpful. It actually has been requested a few times. I just never had a chance to do one. So with that, guys, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have, go ahead, hit that like button. Also, got any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.